right here with health and wellness is important because I think without the health and wellness side and even mental health, we have nothing else can go forward without your health. If you don't
Yeah.
have that part down packed, um, that's crucial. Which is one of the reasons why, as a chef, for sure, I start food differently. Because one, I think that food uh, put inside of us comes out of us, right? So if we put in unhealthy eating, then we're dealing with these things. We're dealing with the diabetes, and we're dealing with heart trouble and all those things that could stop whatever we got in us.
Right.
That can kill your vision and kill your dreams. Mental health, because a lot of times we go through stuff, especially as we don't want to talk about it. We don't think it's important to go to counseling.
You think it's a
We think that's
stigma
something that
associated with it?
yes, yeah, and I think that's because, and I'll say this right here. I think that part is because as men, we've been so afraid to trust other men and other people. So there's a trust factor that's missing too, because I know, sure, and even with, and just got to be transparent, even with churches and pastors, you've lost that trust. So it's
Yeah.
you're almost afraid to walk up to sit down with a pastor because you don't know what you're going to get, right? And then if you go to somebody that's outside counselor, they'll keep you there all day to keep the clock rolling. They want to keep the money rolling. They'll keep telling you to come back. We got to do another session. Well, that only takes the money. So then we've take a stand back and say, well, why do I need to trust them? I can just do this myself. Or we hold on to this and we all be okay. And it happens for some long time till we now end up in with stroke and heart trouble, and people think, well, some of that come from this, but you don't know that comes because you held the whole stuff in for a while. A man can, and just kind of keep holding on to it, and we hold on to it till it busts our heart, or we can't take it no more. There comes a breakdown, and then folks wonder what happened, and then so it's that and the food, that I have to punch those buttons first because I'm thinking, man, we eat stuff that will keep us taking medication. That's nothing for us.
That's right.
I've been there. I've taken stuff that was prescribed to me that made me have all kind of reaction, and I'm like, man, you don't know what the people put inside this food or inside these medication, and then now you got one issue to another issue. Matter of fact, if I could be taking aspirin, right? They have on the bottle is a temporary relief, and after a while, you get used to taking that stuff. It becomes like candy, or does
You build up a tolerance for it.
yeah, you tolerate. You don't have no problem. I mean, I've done that. I used to have headaches, and I'd take those things, and to now when I take a headache pill, shoot, man, don't do no effect to me. I'm used to that, So the thing was to try to make sure I put the right thing in my system, food. Make sure that we research those food before we take it. We stay away from some of those things that will cause us to to fail our health. So I believe that's my main thing. Then of course right after that will be finances. The finances is could be a world of it can be good and it can be bad. And that's from being stewardship. And how do we become a good stewardship? Now we got to go back and erase so much stuff that we've been taught. And if I can go ahead too, we've been taught so many different ways to handle our money. You got the world, the system taking the money, then you got the church and all taking the money. So we got to battle all those things to figure out what it is. So it becomes mental. It comes mental to you because you just don't know who to trust. It's hard.
Yeah, I asked for you to break it down in 3 because I kind of see it like it's the physical aspect of wellness with the body. Are you getting enough exercise for your body? And that also
Yes.
comes in threes because it's exercise, rest, and as you said, diet. That goes with the physical
That's
side,
good. Yes.
right? And then mentally, it goes to, do you have an outlet to talk about certain things? Okay, are you comfortable sharing or hearing when other people are sharing their issues? And then number three on that is, can we foster a community where it's safe to share those things without any stigma,
Yes.
without any stereotype, without all of that? And then the last one I think is very important, and that's relationships.
That's
All of
good.
the important relationships. Number one, if you are married, your spousal relationship, that would be number one. And then the immediate family,
That's right.
children, so forth and so on. Siblings, if you have siblings, those relationships, that's immediate family. But then another relationship, when we may not even think about it as a relationship, but that's the business relationship. Okay. And then also, do you have a healthy place? And this goes back to mental health. I left one off. Mental health it's so important to have an activity in your life that you enjoy. That's no pressure, that you don't do it as a profession, you don't do it for money, but is a healthy activity and an
Yes.
outlet for the things that you are going through.